Hey, Pixelback here with another video. Now this video is going to be around like 4 to 6 minutes long because the only thing I'm doing in this video is ranking all the starter trios based on my opinion. This will go from Gen 1 to Gen 9. Without further ado, let's get into the video. In last place, we have the Unova trio. I could go on and on and on and on about why I dislike this trio. But one of the biggest reasons why I dislike this trio is because, let's see here, one of the worst starters of all time is on this Tepig. Like, what are you supposed to be? Like, base form, you are adorable and you are cute. But you're not cute enough. And then Emboar. Like, I'm gonna judge these trios based on their full forms. And, oh my god, Tepig. Tepig. Why do you look like that? Snivy is, like, definition of mid, and Oshawott is, like, the only good starter. But then Samurott just takes all that cuteness that Oshawott had away. Okay, now time for the starters that only got in 10th place because of how bad Tepig is. Listen, I know it's a hot take, but the Sinnoh starters are overrated. While I do like Empoleon, it's my preferred Sinnoh starter. Infernape is the most favorite, then Turtwig's just, there. I just don't like the designs of these starters in general. They're cool and all, but they're, like, don't really fit, like, the Pokemon vibe. Like, sure, World Turtle, cool concept. Ninja fighting Fire Monkey, cool concept. Poseidon Penguin, not Turtle, cool concept. But they're not really, like, Pokemon. They don't give that Pokemon vibe to me. Okay, in 9th place, we have the Let's Go starters. While I do like the concept of putting in not ordinary starters like Pikachu and Eevee, it's not really fair that you don't have a choice. But, like, you are committed to those starters. Like, at least give the player an option if they want to choose Pikachu or Eevee. Like, in Let's Go, I really feel like they should make, like, a Let's Go Eevee, but with all evolutions, but that's probably never gonna happen. So that's why they're in 9th, because they're, like, while they're what's the word? While they are unique in their own special way, I don't feel like they're, like, a good type of starter trio. Let's put it that way. Okay, now we have the new starter trio, Paldea. And in my opinion, they're a solid trio. While Fuecoco is my favorite, Quaxly is unique in his own special way when he evolves into Quavel, and Sprigatito is probably the fan favorite, I'm guessing. They're just a little bit too over-designed, because I love how they have so much personality. Like, Fuecoco's just supposed to be this good little boy, like, Quaxly's supposed to be this, like, starter that takes care of the other two, and Sprigatito's just this playful little cat. That's a cool concept, but I feel like they're a little bit too over-designed, if you know what I mean. While Froakie's the only good starter in this trio, the other two just hold it back. Chespin in the base form is adorable, and I hoped it evolved into something cuter. But no, Quilladin's just a big, round, eggy ball looking or whatever. If you have any words for Quilladin, put it in the comments. Same with Miltank. Get those things out of here. And then Fennekin, I just dislike in general. So Froakie's the only thing holding this starter trio up from being, dead last like how Tepig did to theirs. Okay, time for a starter trio that I felt like didn't get enough love, that being the Galar trio. While Scorbunny is my favorite out of all of them, but it is, like, one of the most humanoid, and I like that because it's a soccer rabbit that's on fire. It kind of makes sense. And, like, what do you expect? A cute little rabbit, like, that's on all four, or some soccer player rabbit when you hear soccer rabbit. And I also like how they didn't make it firefighting. But Sobble and Grookey are okay too. Next, we have the Alola trio, and I quite like this trio. Litten and Rowlet, I really like. Popplio, the like, only odd one. I was kind of like reverse Kalos, how I didn't like Chestnut or, what was it? Delphox, but in Alola, I like the Grass and Fire starter. It's funny, but it's still weird. Litten used to be my favorite, but I've grown more attached to Rowlet over the time, and it's like, look at him. He's a round boy. You can't disrespect the round boy. Okay, hot take, but here are the canon starters, and yes, you might be, like, thinking out time in the comments. They should be number one, because they were the first generation that started all this. Well, yes, that is true. They did start all this, but think about it. like, I really don't get it, because, like, Charmander I don't like because of how overrated it is, and how much Game Freak loves this thing, gives it anything that's special to a certain, like, generation of Pokemon. Bulbasaur and Squirtle are just left out in the dust, and I prefer those two, to be honest. And you might be saying, well, think of nostalgia. Think about this. Think about the nostalgia with them. Can I tell you something? Gen 4 is almost older than me, to be honest. Like, the first three gens are older than me. So there's no nostalgia to this. I'm broke. I can't play the games. Okay, time for a very solid trio of starters. And that being Hoenn. Well, yes, Blaziken was the original firefighting starter, and I love that. Mudkip is adorable and is one of my favorite typings, but I prefer Quagsire. And then Trico is my preferred pick, but honestly, Trico and Mudkip are both tied for my preferred pick. Which Hoenn starter is better? Torchic is just kind of like there. But yeah, there's really nothing to say about this trio, because while most people would probably put the Johto starters within, like, let's say, 8 to 5, 4 if they're lucky, I put it at 2 because I really like Toto, and Cyndaquil is my favorite Pokemon ever. Frick, it's literally my profile picture on the side of the freaking video. Like, look at it. That means yes, folks. The Hisui starters are my favorite type of starter trio because, one, it has all starters that I like. Cyndaquil will be my favorite. Rowlet coming in third place of my favorite Pokemon. And Oshawott is just cute. And then, but the Hisuian forms, I like Decidueye the most. Cyndaquil comes in second, and then comes in Samurai. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my tier list video. And yeah, see you in the next video. Peace.